all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites. How we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well. Thank you, Thai Boxing, for the first contribution to the show. I appreciate you for kicking it off. That single mothers destroyed their value due to their entitlement and them believing they had the same privileges as women with no kids. We're going to go ahead and get to the show. I'm not going to hold y'all too much. I had to go ahead and hurry up and get me a new keyboard. Bit the bullet and went ahead and got an Apple keyboard. Just because I had other keyboards, other Bluetooth keyboards, and they work and everything, but the problem is that they be giving out. I just threw it away today because yesterday it went out. You know how you don't type, and it's not like the keyboard was actually broken. You just don't want to type now. You know, Bluetooth keyboard, I charged you up and all that good stuff, and you still don't want to type. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. You don't want to type the special characters. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whatever. Thank you so much for your super sticker, Adrian. I appreciate you. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm not going to hold you guys too long before we start showing the video. We actually had an awesome conversation last night when we did the going over the little hats. Remember I told you we was going to do that in Discord? Definitely did, and we had a great time. Dropped some gems. The brothers was building and communing. So it was actually a really, really, really good. It was really, really awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Chief Rockers, a keyboard donation. Oh, thank you. And wait, that's about how much the keyboard costs. I appreciate you greatly, greatly, greatly. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. I don't like the wired keyboards, you know, because the way they making computers now, even the desktops, they don't be having as many ports as you need as they used to make. A desktop used to come with so many dang on USB ports. And this one come with a good amount because I got a Mac. I don't got a Mac Mini. It's a Mac Studio, I want to say. Anyway, it actually come with a decent amount of ports that you need. It was in my Discord. So y'all could get in a Discord because the more people that participate in the Discord, the more I'm incentivized to have those types of movie nights and discussions and things of that nature. That's sad, actually. Gloria said, I knew a woman who was a virgin until 36. Now she's 40 and a single mom with one child. That's actually sad. Because it's almost like she was between a rock and a hard place. At 36 and you were a virgin and that still didn't help you get married and you wasn't married, it was something else happening. And then rock and a hard place is like, but you want children. At some point, you want them before you're too old to have them. And you want all that stuff. And then, but if marriage is not on the horizon for you, then I can see I still don't agree with single motherhood, especially if it's a choice to do so, but I can see it in this case. I can kind of see that. Like, I'm not gonna get no man. I'm not gonna get a man. She probably lost hope. It sounds like she just lost hope. She said she wasn't gonna get no man. Nobody wanted her. Nobody wanted to marry her. I told y'all that wanting that baby is tough. Wanting that baby is tough. That's tough. You want that baby. It's a biological imperative for females. We want the baby. We want to be pregnant. We want to have babies. The women who absolutely don't want that and never wanted that are in the small minority. It's a small minority of women that do not want children and never wanted children. That's a minority. The majority of women, whether they was infertile, fertile, could have them, couldn't have them, wanted them. That's why women spend so much time, so much money trying to have children, trying to get pregnant. So that was it. Yeah. 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 She lost hope. She said it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen in a traditional way. So I might as well get something before I die here. I'm not going to have a man. Maybe I can have the child. So anyway, let me show y'all exactly the thing.
You have to live with pains. Men get to continue with their life. They get to experience relationships. They get to remarry. They get to chase their dreams. Nobody judges them. Nobody goes asking them, what were you thinking in impregnating a child? No one. No one tells him, I can't date you because you're a father. No one looks at him in shame of the fact that he's a father, a single father. His dating circle is not affected. His life experience is not affected. His life continues. But what does the woman get at the end of the day? What is left with the woman? Your body is damaged. You can't even afford to fix it. So you have to live with pains. You have to raise kids. You have to prioritize them. Your life changes. You can't live life like before. It's even impossible to put yourself first. You're constantly judged and attacked and shamed. People discuss you having kids on the sidelines as if it's not worth it. I don't think everything that comes afterwards. I should have known better. I'm 26. It's finally hitting me. It's finally hitting me that I fucked up better. I didn't even get to go through school like everybody else. the saddest thing is that men get to continue with their life.
A couple of hard truths that she shared. And she's not lying about anything. Men's lives, especially if they were not married to the woman that they had children with, don't change that much. If he wasn't with you, or he maybe barely is in the life of the child, or he don't have custody of the child, yeah, his life don't really change that much. No, not really. It don't. Because he gonna go on and do whatever it is that he's gonna do. And women are not frowning their nose up at him. If he got a little motion and he handsome or whatever, he gonna be able to sleep with women. He gonna be able to sleep with them. He gonna be able to date them. He gonna be able to. All of that is true. All of that is true. She mentioned something else that women don't think about in these certain situations where they never had a commitment prior to children. And I tell young women to stop doing that. Stop ruining your body for men that do not and would not at gunpoint marry you. Stop ruining your body for men who would not, did not, at gunpoint would not marry you. Men will never understand the biological change that women go through for children. Ever. He might be empathetic to it. He might be, oh, baby, but he ain't gonna never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever understand it. Because he doesn't understand it, he don't know how impactful it actually is, and the long-term reverberation of being pregnant. And there are things about your body that changes that don't never come back, whether aesthetically or internally in your organs. Okay. It changes you in a way that is irrevocable. To be doing that with men, for men, as if this was some kind of temporary thing that you could just get rid of or not deal with, or not. To be treating it like that is horrific. And you're the one that paid a consequence for that. He don't pay them kind of consequences. You pay them. You pay them. Not him. This is why marriage was so important in terms of childbearing and all of this stuff, because you ain't never supposed to put yourself at death's door for a man that would not look twice at you past the nut that he busts. You understand that? Women in 2025 with advanced medicine, women still pass away in childbirth. And we are not in the same place as we was. This is not 100 years ago, 200 years ago. We dealing with advanced medical care. And sometimes them babies is breached, and sometimes that, listen, a whole bunch of stuff can happen during that pregnancy. Women be getting sick. It's not always that Disney pregnant glow that women go through, and no. Pain, discomfort, sick. And then to lay up on somebody's table and have a whole human being come through your birth canal is insane for a man that you can't call after that. That's insane. For a man, you did it for a man that doesn't know when you went into labor and doesn't care when you went into labor and don't care if you made it out of labor or not. That's insane. You let a man that have not shown you that he wants you, that he love you, that he care about you, that he willing to commit anything to you, that he's willing to do anything beyond this sex that he want to have with you. You let that man shoot the club. And if you feel that way, you can go ahead on. You got the right name too. You deep down hate black men. Like you don't even know me. Get out. Out. It's a privilege to type in my chat room. Bye. He mad because I'm telling folks don't have babies for men that don't want them. How many times he been a baby daddy? You mad because you a baby daddy? Huh? Is that the problem? You like shooting up the club and you don't want no woman to tell other women to stop doing that? You don't want me to tell women to have better sense than that? You don't want me to sit here and tell women that they need some type of commitment and they need to have a better a level of discernment and decision making for their lives because they're the one that is going to bear the brunt of that decision of being pregnant and keeping children and raising children in a situation where they are not married and these men are not around. You had a couple of weeks with the guy. You like the guy. You might even had a couple of months with him or whatever the case. That was not a situation where you were supposed to get pregnant and have a baby for a man that likely told you that he did not want to have a baby with you or at all. Here you go. Done messed around and got pregnant. Wanted to keep it because maybe you just didn't feel right about going in there and have them suck it out. So you kept it. And now you have to reap all of the consequences. And then you get to sit there and be po-mouthing about how the men's life ain't really changed, but your life got turned upside down. And in reality, this is all because of your decision. You don't want me to tell folk that? Get out. Always a demon somewhere. Don't want the truth to be told. And he thought that was going to telling me I hate black men was going to get me off the subject matter. I ain't got to prove nothing to a faceless troll. You and your 50 baby mamas and the kids you don't take care of can kick rocks with open-toe shoes on, move around. You chaotic. You don't want the community to be fixed because you want to run roughshod over it. You don't want nobody to tell women to have a better sense because you like them stupid. You like them a little bit stupider than you. So you can take advantage of them because you ain't too smart. So you like them, you need them just a tad bit dumber than you so they don't see the ABC 1, 2, 3 game you running and let you shoot the club. Do you even have a job in this economy? You don't want nobody to sit and tell the truth about their decision making. That woman sat up there and cried because she realizes that it was her decision, not him. Her. She sat there and had 2. I don't even know if it's by the same guy or not. She more than likely cannot even call this man. Or if she do, he barely want to deal with her. Girl, go head on somewhere. You had them babies. I didn't tell you I wanted them babies. Are y'all now catching up? Y'all meaning single mothers. Catching up now? You might be a day late and a dollar short. Because we tried to tell you this years ago. We tried to tell you this years ago. Stop cracking your legs for any dude. You know what I'm saying? He come through, you like the way he talk and you like the way he move around and all that kind of stuff. And it's all right to like somebody. Huh? It's all right to like somebody. That's how we all got here, because somebody liked somebody else and they liked them well enough to lay down. All us is here because of that. Somebody liked somebody and they liked them well enough to lay down. It's all right if you like somebody. I'm not telling women to not like no men and don't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't running no lesbian camp. We like men, okay? We listen. I ain't running no lesbian camp. I am never telling no lioness or no woman to not like no men. We love men. We like men. We like the way they move. If they smell good, we like the way they smell. And all of that kind of stuff, especially if he a man. You know, if he a masculine man and things of that nature, we like that. So we ain't running around here talking about don't like no man. But you got to have better discernment about the men and about you. Because you cannot attract certain kinds of men without being intentional with yourself. I'm going to go to a commercial break and then I'm going to talk about the attraction. But after these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. You need your skin looking and feeling its best. It's ashy season coming up. You know, it's getting a little cool. The skin like to be ashy when it's cool. I don't know what it is about us melanated folk, but our skin be trying to get ashy. And we trying to not have it be ashy. We need something that's ash kicking. And that's going to be this body butter on your screen. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. If this is going to be your first order, take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to go ahead and hit the like button. Thank you, L52 says some people like our community all messed up with no togetherness. I think Black A is one of them. He one of them, a demon. Thank you, DJ. Said the person is trash. Women could be gone. Thank you again, Chief Rocker. Said, preach, you not wrong for getting the message out. Having kids with a dude who tell you to stay on your birth control and you do the opposite. It's nasty work. And thank you so much for your contribution and your consistency. I really, really, really appreciate it, Charles, for your super sticker. Thank you so, so much. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah. I acknowledge the big. And thank you all for the cash apps that are coming in as well. I appreciate those. Thank you so much. I usually don't name people who do the cash apps only because a lot of times it comes up with your government name, but I do see them. So thank you so very much for the cash apps as well. But here's the thing. You cannot, you as a woman, women talk a lot about they want men who are intentional, meaning they want men to express whether or not they want to get married or they want to move forward in a relationship with the intent to get married at some point. You know, they're courting or whatever the case may be, to be clear about what their intentions are and be honest with them and all of that type of stuff, right? And it ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Because you don't want, I've warned women a lot on this channel about the time wasters, the men who don't mind wasting your time. And the reason why there are men that do not mind wasting your time is because men do not operate on the same biological clock that women do. So 10, 15 years to him is not the same as 2 or 3 years with you. Okay? Because throughout that time, if he's doing what he's supposed to do, then his value is actually gaining. Yours is losing if you are not in a committed relationship, marriage with this man, and things of that nature. If you just hanging around, you a 50-year girlfriend and all of that foolishness, this is a time waster. And many times women get caught up. And we're not going to trip. It's a lot of delusional females. It's a lot of delusional females that are willingly and willfully delusional with men who are being truthful with them and telling them that they don't want or are not interested in a real relationship. Men who are coming up and basically saying that this is a situationship, we just seeing where it go, and we just chilling, we just hanging out. Those are all words for this is not a relationship. If a man tell you from the outset that we just chilling, we just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? We just gonna see where it goes. He's telling you in no uncertain terms that you are not his woman. He is not your man. So do not deal with him with that expectation, and he won't deal with you with that expectation. The problem for the women is that you cannot continue to have sex with the same man and you like that man and not get feelings. For all the men who be like, why she caught feelings? Because I told her it don't matter what your mouth said. It does not matter to her. Especially if she ain't screwing another man while she's dealing with you. If she's dealing with you and she pretty much exclusively having sex with you, I don't care if y'all have sex once or twice a month. If you coming through and you're the consistent guy and she not having sex with another man, we are hardwired. She is going to catch feelings for you. It is what it is. You cannot like it. It don't matter. Facts don't care about your feelings. So all of that, you've been screwing her for 2 years, while at the same time trying to say, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't never tell her we was in a relationship. I don't know why she got feeling. I don't know why she acting crazy. I don't know why she don't want me to be with another one. Yes, you do. You do know why. You know why. Stop playing. Then I'm gonna say this to the guys, and we're gonna get back to the women. Then y'all really be tripping out. Y'all be tweaking. Cause y'all will get with these chicks and y'all will do the nastiest sex with her. Y'all be hitting it like a porn star and then don't know why she acting like that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know exactly what you just got through doing. You done did that about 6 times in a row. She hypnotized by the D, and you know it. Now you don't know why she go through your phone, and all that foolishness. Man, I ain't none of her man. Right. That's what you say. You say you not her man. Her kitty say yeah. And that's where the disconnect be at. That's where all the trouble is at. All the trouble is in that disconnection right there. Because you as a man are doing, you know what I'm saying? You're doing whatever you're doing. And in your mind, this is not an attachment, because you have decided that you are not going to emotionally attach to this woman. On the other side of that, because she's a female, she don't see it like that, and she ain't gonna never see it like that. Even if she wants to logically understand this, and she might be very much willing to keep going on that logical path with you, that this is not it, and we're not a couple. She not gonna be able to help it. This is sometimes why the women ghost you. They just stop. They just stop dealing with you. This is why some of the women just stop. Because they can feel it. And they know that there's nothing that they can do about it. They're not going to be able to not go down this emotional path about it. And so the logic be conflicting with the emotions. Logically, he's not my man. We're not really together. You know what I'm saying? We're not exclusive and things of that nature. Like, we had these conversations all the time. And he told me that. Now I'm feeling away because we done had sex a lot of times and this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And we hang out and have good times too. We be chilling. You know what I'm saying? We might be drinking something, might be smoking something. We chilling. You know what I'm saying? He a cool person. He got a cool personality. You know what I'm saying? And all this other kind of stuff. And she know all of that coalesces into her having feelings that she should not have, and that you were truthful about from the beginning, but it's been like a year and a half. So then she'll just stop. That's why she stopped. It's not that she don't like you no more. It's she like you too much. She like you too much. And she realized it ain't never gonna be what she wanted to be. It ain't. Those are the ones that's not delusional. Those are the ones that's actually not being delusional. She just knows that there's no way that she's going to be able to continue down and not feel a certain way, because she already kind of feel that way. So you know what? That's why you look up and you get blocked. You trying to figure out why she blocked. That was my main little thing. I can go. She blocked because she like you. And she like you too much. That's the problem. That's her problem. She like you too much. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly the point that I'm getting to. Because men and women are hardwired differently for sexual encounters, this is why casual sex does not work in the long run. Really, for nobody, it takes a different toll on men. It take a toll on men mentally and spiritually more than it do physically, to keep running through a bunch of women. He don't settle for nobody. He don't like nobody. He don't love nobody. He just, that's a spiritual thing for him. It doesn't work in the long run because women, regardless of how men are wired for sex, women are wired a certain way, and it should be tailored to the women. And but I mean by that is it's because women are the ones that lose when it's not. And this is where I get the feminism lied to women and things of that nature, because feminism told women that they could get around their biology, and they can't. They cannot. They can't. Nobody really can. You really can't. At the end of the day, you can't really get around your biology. And women cannot. They cannot. We're hardwired about sex in a certain way. It is what it is. You're not going to overcome it. You're an anomaly if you do. You're an exception and prove the rule if you do. So marriage and commitment needs to be the order of the day, because when it is not, when it's like this, women aren't the only ones that are in a bad way. It put the men in a bad spot too. So on the one hand, in a society like this that doesn't really have a lot of constraints about promiscuity and sex, and it promote casual sex, men can have their way in terms of, if you can get her, you're going to get her. And then you don't have to marry her. You don't have to give her anything. You don't have to be anything to her or for her or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or it can be completely nothing on a man's side. And to a certain degree, men like it like that because it serves them in a way. But on the flip side, the men are also in a bad spot because that breeds more promiscuity from women. And the way that men see women in terms of their sexuality, that is where the lowering of value come from. because now the men don't see you as valuable anymore, or less so, because you know what I'm saying, you had these many bodies and this many kids and and all of that. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I probably didn't articulate that the best way. I've probably articulated that better in the past, but that's where it goes. So on the one hand, it's like, oh, I can just run through these hoes. You know what I'm saying? They just hoes, I can run through them. But you end up with women who was ran through like hoes. And then now the men are looking around like, where are the other women? And feminism was the catalyst for all of it, because it told women that you could be sexually liberated. And not only it said that, it said that you could be sexually like a man. You can operate like a man sexually, because this is where all that talk under the umbrella of feminism, this is where all that sexuality is a spectrum, and this is where all that foolishness come from, because they was trying to get women's heads around, you're not biologically the same as a man. So you don't see sex the same way. You don't feel the same way with sex. You're the one getting jugged in. He not. That right there. You're the one getting penetrated. The sex automatically feel different for you. It's the act itself is different from you. Y'all are not having the same experience. Women and men that are having sex together are not having the same experience. In the very act, in real time, not having the same experience. Now, I'm not saying they necessarily got to have bad experiences, but it's not the same experience at all. The woman's getting penetrated. That's a different experience right there. Men don't know how that feels. He know how it feel to penetrate. He don't know how it feel to get penetrated. It's a repulsive thought to him to get penetrated. That's repulsive. Straight men find that to be repulsive. Penetrate him how? With what? So that then and there is a completely different, the point of view, the physical POV is not the same. When he looked down while it's going on, he sees something completely different than when you look as a woman. He sees something completely different. We can't even have the same point of view physically that men have. Ladies, porn is done from men's point of view. The camera is what he sees. You ain't never seen sex like that. Not while you was doing it. The only time you got to see his point of view is in, like, it was recorded or it was some type of porn video. That's the only time you even saw that. You don't see that view at all. You see something completely different when you look. You can't even see it. You can't even see it, let alone feel it the same way. To be honest with you, our natural point of view is up. It's up. When we look around and try to see what's going on, it's up. It's up. Sex suck. Sex suck from the female point of view. That's why I don't know a porn movie made from that point of view. It's up. It's up. That's why mirrors is important. It's because it's up. I'm just keeping it real. It's up. It's bad. It's ugly. It's an ugly little point of view. It's not cute. It's not even cute. It's not even sexy. We see something completely different when we look. It just is what it is. My point in saying all of that is that sex is a completely different experience between men and women, even when they're doing it together, and even when the sex is good together. You're having a completely different sensation and everything. It's not the same. This is why. Thank you, Reagan. That's why. If y'all wondering, y'all is men, why she don't have an orgasm when because we're not getting the visual stimulation like you are. We got to imagine it. We got to imagine it. We got to think. We got to go into our minds about it. We got to try to connect our mind with our bodies and all that kind of stuff. Like, we got to go through a whole thing to have orgasms. We're not getting the same visual stimulation that you are at the same time of getting the physical sensation. We're not getting that. We don't get that at all. Exactly. Because we can't see it. We're trying to get a visual stimulation too. We can't see it. We can't see it. It can feel good. I'm not saying it don't feel good. We just can't see it. So we're having it's completely different from the act to after the act to the ramifications afterwards to the emotional attachment or non-attachment to everything about sex is different between men and women. And that's not to say that it don't feel good to men and women. Women be feeling good. I mean, if you're doing what you got to do, she feel good. It feels good. We not mad. It's just we just having a different experience than the men are having. All right. We do. We definitely have to process it. We have to process it. And mirrors can work, but see, it's made how it's made for a reason. It's made how it's made for a reason. It's made the way that Allah created us and how He put it is like that for a reason. I swear to you, it is. It is. It is. Because women probably shouldn't see it. We probably shouldn't. I mean, you do what works for you, but I can imagine women thinking about it now. Wait a minute, I don't look cute. Hey. You trying to see it? I don't like the way my mid said. I don't want to see that no more. Let's turn my head. Right. Be all in our head because we messed around and look back and a chin was I just made an ugly face. Just forget it. Now, mind you, he don't care. Mind you. This is all in your head as a woman because I promise you he don't care. I promise you. He don't care about that. He don't care about none of it. He don't care. He know you made an ugly face. He was trying to make you make it. He was trying to make you make a ugly face. That was the whole point. That was the whole point of balling you up like that. He don't care that when he balled you up and put you in a half Nelson, that the crinkle was there. He don't care. I promise you, men do not care about none of that stuff that women be caring about. And I'm not saying we shouldn't care because we women, we just got a different mindset. But men just got a whole different thing. They don't care, especially while it's going on. They don't care nothing about that. They don't care nothing about all that. They don't care. They having a good time. I promise you, while you calculating it in your head about how you made an ugly face and your face is crinked up, I promise you, he not even looking. He is not looking at your face right now. That's not the center of attention at this moment. It's not. So your toe being crinked up, he don't care. He didn't even see it. This is why I say women's point of view suck. Because we see all that stuff. We see how the toes was curled up. We see all that. We see all the ugly parts of it. He having a good old time. I swear to you. He don't care nothing about nothing. None of that means nothing to him. This is doubly so if he actually love you and care about you. It really don't mean nothing then. It really don't be meaning nothing to him then. He like that little ugly way you crinked your toes because he didn't see it. He don't care. He didn't even see it. He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't paying attention to that. Why would he pay attention to that? He got other things happening. Why would he pay attention to that? So we're not even having the same experience. So why would women bemoan the child rearing experience? None of it was the same. I'm gonna say this before I end it off. And this is true of single mothers more especially because they don't have the help. But I'm gonna speak to some of the married women with children who may be hearing on the internet, oh, you a married single mother, your husband don't help you, da 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 da. You know, oh, the kids is your problem. And let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. The experience from conception to being pregnant with them kids, to having them kids and being in labor 12 hours and 15 hours and 10 hours and all that kind of stuff. And then your body, you be cripping around and all that, and then everything hurt. Whether you breastfeed or not, they hurt. Baby crying, can't get no sleep, just steady change diapers and all that, and all of that kind of stuff. That whole men will never have the same experience raising children that you do, even if he is a single father raising his children. He will never have that same experience. And the reason why he won't have that same experience, even if he's a single father raising his children, is because he's raising them and he a man. You're raising them as a woman, and you see the children differently. You feel differently about the children. You look after the children differently. You relate to the children differently and things of that nature. He is raising children. Let's say it's a single father and he got custody of his children and things of that nature. He taking care of them. He making sure they're good. He talking to them. He playing with them. He doing this and but he's doing it as a man. Masculine energy interacting with children is different from feminine energy interacting with children. Okay? He will never have the same. You want men to have the same experience in the same way as women do for doing the same thing. This is why men say taking care of kids is easy. This is why they're saying it. And to a mother, she hears that what she is doing with her children is not work, or it's not valuable, or it's nothing. That is what women are hearing. Mothers are hearing when dads say, can't take kids is easy. I don't know why you think it's so hard. Women are hearing everything that I do for my children is now nothing. It don't mean nothing because it was easy for you. Then that meant it was supposed to be easy for me. And if it's not easy for me, I'm either stupid or doing it wrong, or it's just not valuable because it's easy and I'm making too much of it. And I think men and women have to understand this, because men might not understand why when she's with the kids, it weighed differently on her than when you're with them. Men have, and I said this in my book, men have a natural authority, especially over their natural subordinates, like their children, that women do not have. That comes across differently to children. So they are less likely to be disrespectful of their fathers. They're a little less likely. They may try them depending on how old they are. But then the daddy, real quick, hey. You know, all he got to do is get that tone to his voice. This is a tone that women cannot achieve. Women do not get that tone. We can raise our voices, but we don't get that same tone in our voices. So the children are more likely sometimes to disregard what we say. They try us more. Okay. Frustrate us more. And things of that nature. So women are simply dealing with children differently. Not wrong. If she's being a good mom, then she's being a good mom. Right? But she's being a mom. She's not being a dad. So when men have their children, y'all have a different effect on your children. I guarantee you them kids is not doing to you what they do to her. That's why it's easier for you to take care of them and then she'd be complaining about how they running her crazy. Because I guarantee you those children are not trying you like they try her all day. And she don't even you're responding differently to them. Because you're not going to let them study, do this and study, do that. It's certain things you're not going to tolerate. So all that foolishness that they getting up to, you just not here for it. The other difference is that children, generally speaking, respect you in a way that they never respect their mothers. Okay? Especially boy children. The children will respect you as a man in a way that they will never, ever respect their mom. She just can't get it from them. Okay? Children do not respect their mothers. Boy children never respect their mothers. I told you this. Male children males are not born with the capacity to respect females. He may fear her when he's small because she's big and he's little. Once he get to a certain point in his adolescence and he realizes, I probably can take her, that's when all fear stop, respect doesn't take its place. Men, the husband, the father, has to teach him, tell him to respect the mother, respect her. He has to be made to do that. He has to be taught to do that. With the understanding that if he does not start to show her respect, his consequence will not be with her, it'll be with him. Okay? This is why I'm going to tell your daddy works. That's why that works. And when you have women that can't say that, I'm going to tell your daddy. When she can't say that, okay? So men have to teach respect to boys about respect your mom, respect your sisters. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just do anything to your sister. You know, you can't, especially as they get bigger, you cannot hit your sister at this point. You're stronger than her. Don't hit her. Well, she hit me. Well, I'm gonna get on her about hitting you, but you can't hit her. You can't do it. We'll have to get on her about hitting you. We're not gonna let her hit you either. And then that's where the balance comes in at, to teach girls you can't just hit boys. You cannot just hit them. Okay. So men have to teach boy children to respect their moms. Have to teach that. Too many stories I heard, and too many things I seen. The boy called himself about 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? He called himself yelling at his mama. You don't tell me, you know what I'm saying? You get your shoulders working and all that. And she be trying to, y'all talk to me like that, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Study getting smart. Okay. I seen one. She didn't even announce that she was finna tell the daddy. She went in and called the daddy at work. This is a man that used to never leave work for nothing. So she just knew not to call him. Called him that day. Your son over here acting crazy. He pacing through the house like he gonna whoop somebody. Really? Yeah. Yelled at me a couple of times. I'm trying to tell him blah, 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 blah. He yelling. I'll be right there. A little while later, car pulling up in the driveway. He's sitting in the room like he ain't did nothing. Came right in the house. Went right in the room. Boy stood up. He knew what it was about. Two-pieced him in the body real quick. Bam, bam. Folded him. She was my wife before she was your mama. You got that? She was my wife before she was your mama. And walked out. Didn't have that trouble no more. Bet you didn't have that problem no more. A little while after that, a year or two after that, a couple years after that, you found somewhere to go. Cause this man in here gonna tear my head off. And I kind of want to do what I want to do, but I ain't gonna be able to do it under his roof. I ain't gonna be able to do it. That's the other thing about men and having fathers in the house. See, they know boys. They know when boys is getting to that stage, and fathers accept it. Mothers don't accept it. So when they don't have fathers around, they beg the boys to stay, but the boys are past the point. They can't stay in the house with their moms. Fathers understand that my rules are my rules. If you get too big and you don't want to do what I say, go ahead on. Hit them streets. Because you want to be a man in here, but I'm the only man in here. You want to be a man in here, but I'm the man in here. You don't get to do what you want to do. Especially against me. Especially against my word. Especially disrupting my house. You will not. I'm leaving. Leave. That's what a daddy gonna say. A mama gonna start crying. No, where you gonna go? A daddy don't care. He care, but he telling them go. I ain't gonna say the father don't care, but he's willing to allow the boy to go out and make his own mistake. Especially if that's the only way he gonna learn that lesson. Because I done talked to you, I done tried to show you, I done tried to, and you don't want to be corralled. Okay. See, men know. Head on about there. Head out there. And then we'll see what's what. You will learn your lesson by and by. You will learn your lesson by and by. You can't keep running back in here when it get tough either. Nope. Stay out there. Stay. Okay. You can stay on about that. Mama gonna start crying, trying to figure out where son at, calling around to the family members. Did he come over your house? The daddy ain't gonna call. He gonna pray for him. Pray for him. He don't want him to go through that, but he gonna let him do it. Especially after a while. Especially after too many clashes and too many times, and he don't want to listen. He gonna let him go ahead on. Because you can't be in here acting a fool. I can tell you that much. You ain't gonna be in here acting no fool. I'm gonna tell your head off. You ain't no safer in here with me than you is out there. Thank you, Dr. Seal. So this happened to all the CCs I listen to. Who tells the truth? They get accused of hating Black women. Thank you again, Chief Rockers at CC. Make sure you break these talk points down in a short. Okay. Thank you, CMC. So I like this Kama Sutra version. Thank you again, Chief Rocker. Chief Rocker been on it today. Thank you so much. At CC, you should be teaching women's studies from this perspective. You would literally be saving these impressionable women who are repeating a vicious cycle. Yacht City girl behavior. Thank you so much. Thank you, David, for becoming a new member. I appreciate you.
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees.
HVAC said 14, he will try you. My grandfather scared me straight and it worked. And said 19, I left my mother's house, got tired and went to work in the trades. I love her, but I was out of there. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, boys get to a point. Boys get to that point regardless, even if they had good circumstances and they didn't have problems, you know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. Boys just get to a point where they wanna be men. They got to a point where they're making a transition into manhood. And this is an easier transition when they have a good mom and a good dad. They try to give them all the tools that they needed. You know what I'm saying? And he might do that young. He might not do that in his 20s and things of that nature. He might do that at 16, 17, 18. Well, I got to get on up out of here. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I got to try to get him a little apartment. And you know what I'm saying? Like HVAC said, go get a trade, things of that nature. Go find something to do. And, you know, he want to go ahead out there because he want to be a man. It's time. He be feeling like it's time to be a man now. He don't want to do what his parents say anymore. He don't want that authority over him no more. And the boys have to come to a decision about that. Even in good households, they have to come to a decision about that. So he either got to go away to school or he's going to go get, like I said, some type of trade, go get some money, go get a place to stay, things like that. And then you got to let him go. And this is the beauty of having a mother and a father in the house, because mothers don't want to let go of their children. They still see their big boy as their baby. He's not a baby. He may be your baby, but he's not a baby. And so he has to get out there. And you keeping them and saying, well, pay rent in my house, that doesn't work for him. It doesn't work. You're going to be clashing with him because he's gotten to a point where his masculinity done kicked in and things of that nature. We want to do life, and he can't have you telling him he got to come in at 9 o'clock. Like, it's not going to work. Even if he doesn't become violent or overly disrespectful of you, it's still not going to work. Right. So he'll go into the military sometime. I don't want you to go into the military, mama. I'm going to sign up for the Marines, mom. You know, only later on mama realized that that's what he needed to do. But mothers try to hold on. They don't want to be empty nesting, and they don't know what to do without their children doting on them, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, but fathers have a different eye. They have a different idea about that. So, you know, it's not always a contentious thing. They have a talk with their dad, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this, trying to do that. And they'll have a man-to-man talk. Okay, son. Well, all right. You know, I can help you out. You know, maybe give you a little money to start up, or, you know what I'm saying, let me help you find the apartment, or let me help you get a car, or whatever their father want to have, whatever way that their dad wants to assist him to get out there into the world and start living his life as an adult. But that's what I wanted to share with y'all. We had a little fun at the same time. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to let y'all go. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.